Hi everyone, this is going to be a pretty brief video. I'm just going to show you around an Airbnb that we're currently staying in Itaipava, Petrópolis, Brazil. So we don't like this apartment at all. Sorry, this is going to be like a strong critique video. We haven't felt good the entire time we've been here. Um, and the primary reason is because this apartment is poorly laid out and extremely dusty. And a lot of the Airbnbs we've been staying in here in Brazil, they don't have vacuums, or their vacuum, like here, is really dirty, and also you can't clean a carpet with it. The hose attachment that it has is only for cleaning up, small particulate matter that might have dropped on the floor. So the apartment we're currently staying in has a lot of materials that will collect dust. So in the morning, when the light's coming through, the apartment is just completely dusty, and both of us have been kind of experiencing a lot of allergies. The first problem here, though it's no longer here because we asked them to change it, is the curtains. So these curtains previously were just literally falling apart, had particulate matter, and looked like they had mold. So when curtains are exposed to the sun, so the sun shines through here every day, depending upon the type of material that's used, the curtains will begin to fall apart. They'll begin to disintegrate, and they disintegrate into powder. And then if there's water that comes in, the water will cause decomposition of the material, often creating mold. So we were staying in an apartment that had curtains that were powdering, becoming powder again, and were turning into powder and molding at the same time. So we had them take those away, but the curtains that they replaced are another type of cloth curtain. And these cloth curtains, unless you vacuum them, can also produce mold. But these are new, so it's better. But anyway, I'm just going to show you some of the objects in this apartment that collect dust. So the first one we have is this chair. This chair is kind of a dust collector, not much of a dust collector, so it's one of the nicer textile fabric objects in the apartment. Under here we have another kind of version of this chair. Here you can see the first problem. We have kind of like a shag pillow. So shag is a type of material that collects a lot of dust. We have two shag pillows here. Then we have a blanket. This blanket was on the bed. This is another type shaggy blanket that collects dust. Another problem here in Brazil is that most people don't use dryers, although the building we're in does have a dryer, but they probably don't put this through a dryer. Same with the shirt I have on. This didn't go through a dryer, and tons of dust on it. So when I'm putting it on, I'm taking it off. Fabric particulate matter is coming off into the environment. Unless you use a dryer, then this type of material kind of degrades and the fabric comes off and begins sticking to it. The dryer, you have a dryer to vent or ventless that collects some of this particulate matter. The next worst thing, the absolute worst thing about this apartment, something you should never have in the bedroom, and I don't know why a sensible person would have this in an Airbnb, is this rug that you can see behind me. This is a shag rug, and this apartment doesn't have a vacuum cleaner to clean this shag rug. So here, I'll show you a close-up of this rug. Yeah, you can see it's shag, right? So this is just it's filthy. It's really filthy. And there's no vacuum here to clean it. So this is just whenever we walk through here and the sun's shining, big like clouds of particulate matter come up from here. Really disgusting. Here we have some chairs, some fabric chairs. These are going to collect dust. These also have to be vacuumed. And over here we have a couch. This is another fabric couch, kind of disgusting. Also will collect dust. Needs to be cleaned with a vacuum. Same with this material here. Another fabric material here that's going to collect dust. And then right by the headboard of the bed. I mean, look at this. This isn't. You can't just clean this with a rag or mop or something and get off. It's more fabric. And this also collects dust. So this is a very dusty apartment. Not great for our lungs. We've both been sneezing a lot here. Having some other problems with all the air pollution here. This sort of room and plus it's really not recommended to have shaggy carpets like this in a bedroom. That's really not smart because you're sleeping in there and you should be breathing throughout the night, regular, somewhat fresh or purified air that isn't likely to have a lot of dust in it, you'll sleep better, probably sleep deeper. I don't know any scientific evidence about that, but you'll definitely sleep better, and it's definitely not recommended in your bedroom to have a lot of carpets that are dusty, or if you do have carpets in your bedroom, they should be cleaned and vacuumed regularly. So haven't been doing so great in this apartment, not so fond of the decor. Anything else? Yeah, we also have a kitchen here. The kitchen's really small. You know, not a whole lot of room. We have a small burner, so whenever we're having to, again, no heat here. I don't know, you know, no heat no hot water here at the sink. Although there is water in this apartment. Here in the shower, we have 2 taps for water, and then here at the bathroom sink, there's hot water. So why there's hot water in the shower to brush your teeth, you know, in the shower and in the sink in the bathroom to brush your teeth with, but no hot water here. And we're constantly cooking with, you know, fat, so we're constantly having to heat water here and then pour it into what we're cooking and then heat it again. And so it's just a real hassle, you know. They could have made this a whole lot better. This could be a nice apartment, but it just, you know. Then some of the objects weren't very clean. These weren't really clean. Yeah, just not feeling all that great about this apartment. Luckily, today's the last day and we haven't been here for long. So remember to keep your bedroom, you know, free of objects that collect dust. It's really not good for your lungs. And, you know, in an Airbnb like this, if they had a smaller carpet there and a lot of these fabric type materials weren't the type of textile or fabric that they are, that they would have been easier to clean, or even just a simple vacuum in this room that we could have used to clean a lot of the dust. Would have been great. So, something to remember, you know. That's it. See ya.